What's up, guys? Welcome to Vintage Genetics, where it is all about classic bodybuilding. And I am in Bonaire, as you guys may have seen from the first video, or if you follow me on Instagram at Wesley Vissers. So I'm in Bonaire, and this is our apartment basically. It's a very nice place. We've got everything we need. We've got our own kitchen. We've got our own bed, of course. We've got our own everything. Living room, porch, outside. I'm sitting outside right now, as you can see. So it's just amazing. And I got quite a tan already. It's only been a few days, and we will be here for about 7 or 8 more days. So that's going to be interesting for sure. And right now I'm working outside in the very nice temperature, about 7:20 a.m. in the morning. It's already quite hot, but there's a lot of wind. So let me just show you what it looks like, what I'm looking at right now. So this is basically what I'm looking at. This is the outside porch. When you walk outside the door, this is what you see. As you can see, I'm working right there. And it's just amazing. This just gives you a stress-free vibe. And the dogs are there as well. What's up, you guys? And it's just, you know, again, just amazing. You can see the coconuts hanging from the tree. If you're thirsty, you grab a coconut. So this is Bonaire, which is one of the Dutch Antilles. So the amazing thing is I can actually get my stuff from the grocery store here that I get at home as well. So I'm able to cook the same kind of meals with the exact same ingredients at home. But yes, we're able to train very well as well. We train at Alison Maria's gym, the Voyage of Success Fitness Corner. It has everything. It has hammer strength. You already saw it in the previous video. Hammer strength machines, regular machines, plate loaded machines, free weights, everything you kind of need for a great bodybuilding workout. So everything that I need is right here, which is just amazing. So I'm making this video for you guys right now, just to show you guys what we are seeing in this beautiful country, and also the workouts that we are doing, of course, just to give you an impression of what's going on in Bonaire. And I'm about 4.5 weeks out right now. I'm feeling pretty good, feeling pretty full still. And there was a problem, well, at least a lot of people thought it was a problem, that when you're flying for 10 hours, first of all, there's a water retention problem. I didn't really have that, but I'm sweating quite a lot here, especially when we're inside, when there's no wind. And as you can hear, there's a lot of wind here. You kind of start to sweat, and you lose a lot of water, especially when working out as well. You probably lose 1 to 1.5 liters of water, if not more. So I really gotta drink quite a lot of water the entire day to prevent the muscles from losing their fullness, because as you guys know, most of your muscle mass is water weight. But anyway, guys, let's move on to the video. But before we move on to the video, new items are available on vintagegenetics.com. Team Vintage Genetics hoodies are out, wrist straps are out, straps are out, and a new color of the classic sleeveless shirt, diamond green, is out. So the off-white one and the blue one were very popular. So now we have another color, diamond green. It's been going pretty well as well. So check it out if you're interested, and see you at the video. Alright guys, I just want to show you how beautiful it is in the country of Bonaire. It is an island, by the way. Oceans around it, but it has lakes as well. This is Lake Lakai, where a lot of flamingos are. As you can see right here, we filmed one of them, but there were hundreds of them in total. And then we also visited the salt pans, and you can see the pink color right there. You might recognize it from Himalayan salt. Of course, it is a very different place, but it's the same process and the same color of the salt. And then the other side is sky blue water, which is pretty amazing indeed. You can see it once again, the salt color of the water, the pink ones, and there in the back are actually piles and mountains of salt, which was very awesome to see. And then of course it is time for the workout. As I mentioned to you before, this is an awesome gym with hammer strength, plate-loaded equipment, and trust me, you may not really see it on the video, but it is really hot in Bonaire. Even though this gym is very well ventilated, there's a lot of wind coming through, but then again, it is still very hot because I'm not used to heat like this for sure. But this is a decline chest press, which is very good for the lower chest, but the overall chest in general. You get a very nice stretch in the pecs and you're able to contract the chest optimally, because if you look at the handles, they move outwards when you go backwards, so it stretches the chest to the maximum, and when you push forward, it actually goes inwards, allowing you to contract the chest to the maximum, which makes hammer strength exercises like this very good and almost comparable to free weights. You contract the muscle and stretch the muscle in the same way, except you don't use the balancing muscles to help you. And this is the incline press. Again, the same principle. The handles go outwards as you go down, stretching the chest to the maximum. When you go up, you contract the chest once again. So this is an awesome exercise, but you cannot really go way too heavy with this one. First of all, you really got to have good shoulder mobility and health to do this. But at the same time, you want to be able to hit the upper chest and not the triceps, not the front delts. And that is something very difficult to do if you go way too heavy. So if you look at my chest, if you look at my form, I really try to engage my chest. So what I do is I contract and pull together, pull back my shoulder blades, so pull them together and then arch your back so that your chest is really doing most of the work. And you can see that I'm really pushing myself, because even if I'm on a holiday, I still have a competition to do. And by the way, if you're able to push the same or more weight on the incline chest press compared to the regular chest press or the decline chest press, you know that something about your form isn't right, because this angle of the chest makes it simply more difficult to push the same amount of weight. Pushing it decline or pushing it forward makes it easier. Decline because the range of motion is shorter. Forward because you can use more of the chest muscles, but upward is more difficult because of the angle and because of the area of the muscle you're able to use for this movement. It is a little smaller. And then it is time for some cable crossovers or cable flies. And really like doing flies, at least one variation in a chest workout. Why? Because the exercises we just did are compound exercises. They work both the chest and the triceps, and what we want to do in a chest workout is we want to work the chest the most. So what we do is do an isolation movement, at least during one exercise, and doing a fly is an isolation movement. So this is an amazing exercise to really get a nice stretch and a nice pump and a nice contraction at the same time. That is the benefit of a cable crossover compared to a dumbbell fly. And this is also one of my favorite tricep building exercises, the close grip Smith machine bench press. So the close grip tricep press on the Smith machine. Now the reasoning that a Smith machine is very nice is because you're able to really contract the triceps and really stretch the triceps on the way down without having to worry that you're not able to hold the bar, or that you're dropping the bar, or that you have to balance the bar. It is really all about isolating the tricep as much as possible. Now of course this is a compound movement, so you're always using the chest. But if you have a great mind-muscle connection, it definitely is possible to really use the triceps. So what I'm doing right here, when I'm pushing upwards, I'm contracting the triceps as hard as I can. And when going downwards, you really want to feel the stretch in the long head and the medial head of the triceps to be able to work it to the best of your ability. And that is what building the triceps is all about. Not only the contraction, but also the stretch. And what I'm doing right here, you can see the grip that I'm using. It is just about shoulder width. If you do it closer than shoulder width, you might actually hurt your wrists. It might be bad for your wrists, because if you look at my wrists when going down, they already are under a tremendous amount of tension. And just imagine putting your hands close together, it is even more tension. So you don't want to do that. Even though it might instinctively, you may want to do that to target the triceps more, it wouldn't be good for your joints. So that's, for the long run, something you don't want to do. So you want to do it about shoulder width to be able to hit the triceps still. You're always hitting a little chest, but using the triceps is what it's all about. That was the warm-up, guys. Let's get started. And then we will be hitting some tricep extension exercises, and this is a seated tricep extension, a nice tricep extension machine for sure. And the thing is, it really looks like, for example, a bar push down of the triceps, but here you can push a lot more weight because the only thing you have to worry about is your triceps, not your balance, nothing else, just the triceps. So it is a very nice exercise for the medial head and the small head of the triceps, which will give you the 3D effect. But when you go a lot heavier, you actually push yourself out of the seating, out of the chair, so you really gotta have a spotter to help you put in place. So I really want to thank my girlfriend Marley for keeping me in place, keeping me in check on this tricep extension machine, because if she wasn't there, I would basically be pushing myself backwards. So that's something sometimes you need. For example, on the cable flies, when you go way too heavy as well and you're too light, you may not be able to actually push the weight down because you're too light for the weights. And here you can actually see some of the accomplishments of the owner of this gym, Alison Maria. He has a lot of history and a lot of experience in the world of bodybuilding. You can see all the trophies, and he actually is the winner of the Night of Champions, Night of the Dutch Champions before, which is the biggest contest in the Netherlands there ever was, and he won it 2 times in a row. So he definitely knows his stuff, and that is the reason why this gym is so great as well. So we are very fortunate to be able to work out here during our time in Bonaire, because to me, I cannot really celebrate a holiday to the maximum if I cannot work out properly, because to me that is a form of relaxation as well. So I'm really fortunate to be able to do that for sure. And this will be the last exercise of the day, a tricep rope push down, which again is very great for the small head of the tricep. But if you look at the tricep right there, you always use all 3 heads, but the exercises are simply to emphasize on different parts of the tricep head. So this is the final exercise. Did about 3 to 4 sets of this, getting a nice pump, and then we had a very satisfying workout. And of course, after working out, it is time for a post-workout meal right outside. We've got some paella, actually, just some sea fruits with some vegetables, some rice, some pollock fish, some chickpeas, and some other vegetables, of course. So I want to thank you for watching, and do not forget to stay golden.